I'm
Hello.
Charlotte, and today we're going to be doing an interview with my Grandpa Tom. Okay, first question. Where did you grow up?
I grew up in the south end of Seattle in a town called Tukwillow.
Tukwillow.
Tukwillow is an Indian word meaning hazelnut.
That's interesting. Do you have a nickname?
Yes, the Great One.
Is there a television show?
And I want you to call me that now from
Okay.
now on.
Is there a television show you remember loving to watch?
Howdy Doody,
And what is that television show about?
a puppet. Howdy Doody.
What were your regular chores?
Raking leaves, mowing the lawn, turning the garden, pulling weeds, doing the dishes with my sister.
Did you get an allowance? If yes, how much?
No, I didn't, but if I needed money, my mom and dad would give it to me.
Who is your best friend?
When?
What do you miss most about being a kid?
Being able to ask my grandpa dumb questions.
What were you like when you were a kid?
I was wonderful. Just a wonderful kid.
Oh, I am too.
Yeah, well, see, you and I, that's why. That's why.
What was the worst trouble you remember getting into as a kid?
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I think one time I didn't mow the lawn on the day that I was supposed to.
And what was your punishment?
I had to mow the lawn the next day.
Mm.
I'll tell you a real story, though. Real story. Uh, and it had to do with the lawn. My dad had put all this fertilizer on the lawn. It was white fertilizer, and that was on a Saturday. And he told me, my dad worked on Saturdays and Sundays. He says, you take your garden hose and you go out there and water all that stuff into the grass. Be sure to do it. Well, he came home on that Saturday after work, and I didn't do it.
Mm.
He was really, really, really mad. So he says, you get out there and you do it tomorrow. Well, guess what? It was raining. Oh, man, it was raining. But I still got the garden hose out there, and I was watering the lawn.
So you didn't have to because it's raining.
Well, yeah, but oh, boy. And this was on Sunday, and people were going to church, and they would point at me and laugh. Because I was out there watering the lawn when it was raining so hard, it was like crazy. So that's something I'll never forget. But anyway, what's your next question, kid?
What was your favorite candy when you were a kid?
Probably a Milky Way.
How did you dress and style your hair during your teens? Do you have any pictures?
I was so cool. My hair was in a DA.
What's that?
I can't say. You ask your mom and dad what a DA was.
What's a DA?
Duck.
That's a bad word.
I didn't say it. I didn't say it.
A duck butt.
A duck butt, yeah. Because you comb it back like this, it goes back like.
Okay, next question. Did you hang out with a group of people or in a small number of close friends?
Small number of close friends.
Did you date in high school? Did you have any girlfriends in your teen years?
Yes.
What was a common weekend night for you during your teens?
Probably went to the movies.
Let's see. What kind of car did you learn to drive?
A 1950 Chevrolet.
Knowing all you know now, what advice would you give your teenage self?
Study hard and learn as much as you can about everything.
Describe what we were like during your teen years.
Outstanding.
What historical events occurred when you were born?
When I was born, it was World War
Like in the
II.
year.
World War II. And I was born in 1943. And in the war in Europe was over in 1945.
What movie won the Academy Award for Best Picture? Who won the Best Actor and Best Actress? These are hard questions.
I have no idea.
What were a few popular movies that came out the year you were born?
Well, I don't know. Why do they ask those questions?
I have no idea.
I mean, good golly. I didn't go to the movies the year I was born.
What song was on the top of the Billboard charts?
Probably, I don't know. Jabba Jive.
What's that song?
I'm trying to remember how it goes. Be alive, get the jive, you're in the mood now. Hep, hep. I like hep, hump, hump. Got it?
Mhm.
Jabba Jive.
Who is the President of the United States?
Back then was Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
What were a few popular television shows?
There was no television back in 1943.
What were the prices of the following items?
I don't know.
Of bread,
I didn't buy it.
a loaf of bread,
Probably about 25 cents.
a gallon of milk,
I don't know.
a cup of coffee,
Don't know. Nickel.
a dozen eggs,
Don't know.
the average cost of a new home,
Don't know.
a first class stamp,
3 cents.
a new car,
Don't know. I can tell you what a new car cost in 1962 because I bought one. It was $2,948.18.
My friend Nate said his grandma's first car was about $21.
Oh gosh, so no. Well, Nate doesn't know. Even Henry Ford did not sell his first automobiles for that amount of money.
A gallon
Unless it
of,
was his grandma buy a used one.
I don't know.
Was it new or used?
I don't know.
See, maybe if it was used, it was all smashed up and only had 3 wheels.
Maybe. A gallon of gas.
I don't know what it cost back then, but when I first started driving, it was 25 cents a gallon.
A movie ticket.
I think that was back then too. It's for all day on Saturday, 25 cents. You got 2 movies, you got a newsreel, and cartoons.
Did you enjoy school?
Oh yes,
How would your parents have described you as a student?
outstanding.
What kind of grades did you get in school?
All uphill.
What school activities did you participate in?
Most of them.
Dad.
Huh?
Huh? More details and truthful ones, maybe.
Yeah. I was on the chair crew.
What were your favorite and least favorite subjects?
Favorite was woodworking, wood shop, and least favorite was mathematics.
Did you play any sports? If yes, what did you play? What was your position?
I turned out for track one year.
Is there a teacher or coach that had a significant impact on you and your life? What was the change they influenced?
Well, remember I told you about my 5th grade teacher?
Nope.
Well, you were sitting right here, and I told you I remember my fifth grade teacher. His name was Mr. Kim,
Oh
and he was able to wiggle his eyebrows like this,
yeah.
and that's why I learned from him.
um, is there anything you would have done different in school if you knew then what you know now?
Yes,
What is it?
study harder,
Okay.
and that's the truth.
Okay. Okay. What is your favorite flavor of ice cream?
I guess I'll go with peppermint,
How do you like your coffee?
black,
How do you like your eggs cooked?
basted,
What is the eye color for each of your kids?
blue,
And?
blue.
Okay. Do you still have your tonsils?
No,
What is your shoe size?
10 wide.
What is your favorite season?
Spring,
Do you read your horoscope?
sometimes,
Do you ever buy lottery tickets?
rarely.
What would you pick as your last meal?
I would probably choose pancakes with bacon.
What is the best advice your parents gave you?
Best advice my parents ever gave me was to cherish my son and my daughter and my granddaughter and my grandsons.
What question have you always wanted to ask your parents?
Why?
Okay. How old were you when you first became a father?
Let's see, I was 26 or 27.
Who's the first person you told that you were going to be a father?
My wife.
Yeah, of course.
No, my parents.
Is there a specific song you would sing to your kids when they were little?
I don't remember.
What is the biggest difference in how kids are raised today than when you raised your kids?
The internet, computers.
Is there anything you would change about how your kids were raised?
Of course.
What was that?
That's a very difficult question. I think your dad is doing a perfect job with you, though. I really do.
Thank you. What is the biggest difference in your childhood than that of kids today?
Well, the means of communications and the dissemination of information.
Okay. Knowing what you know now, what advice would you give yourself as a new father?
Get a job where you stay home with your kids.
Okay. Did you want to have girls, boys, or a mix of both?
Whatever God gave me.
Okay. Is there a different name you wanted for any of your kids than the one they ended up with?
For your dad, we were going to name him Montana Vermont Christensen.
Really?
Well, we thought about it, but your grandma said, heck no. So she picked Jason.
Good.
Well, she picked the name Jason because no other kid had the name Jason. It was so, nobody had it. But then when he grew up, we'd go to the grocery store and your grandma would yell, Jason! And about 6 kids would come running to her. Every kid was named Jason back in those days.
Who did your children most look like when they were babies?
Your dad looked like your mom, and your aunt looked like me.
What were their first words?
First word was daddy.
Mm.
I don't know. I wasn't there.
When your kids were babies, what trick did you use to calm them when they were upset?
Just leave them alone. Send them to their room.
Let's see.
Well, that's a long book.
Yes, it is. What was your age when you became a grandfather?
Oh boy. I don't know. That would have been 1970. So that would have been, I was in my 40s then, wasn't I, Jake?
Spencer's 24.
Well, no, a grandfather. Oh, I'm sorry, yeah. I don't know the answer. I don't know.
You're 77? Or 78?
Yeah, well, I'm 78 now.
So, 54?
54.
Okay.
I didn't understand the question, but go ahead.
Okay. How many grandkids do you have?
1, 2, 3, 4.
What do you remember
Wait a minute. I only have 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you remember about the first time you held your first grandchild?
Happiness.
What are your grandkids' names?
Well, going in the order of birth, it would be Spencer, Caitlin, and then along came a little girl by the name of Charlotte.
She seems like a very nice and reasonable child.
And the name is just beautiful.
She says thank you.
So 3 more questions. Just so you don't kill Dad.
Okay. What would be the title of your autobiography?
If only.
If you could pick one form of art to be great at, painting, writing, music, sculpture, etc., what would it be?
I'll go music.
Okay. Do you believe in life on other planets?
Yes.
Okay, so that was the last question. Thank you for being with us today.
Oh, you're more than welcome.
Say bye to the camera.
Goodbye, camera.
Goodbye, camera.